1, 2, 3. Come on.
A perfect season completed. The Raines Vikings are now state champions. Laser focused on redemption, the Vikings delivered with brute force, perseverance, and sheer grit.
So we wanted to come in this year with that vengeance and that excitement. You know, we was excited, we prepared.
It has been a perfect season for the Raines Vikings, and a championship win means a championship celebration. A lot of people are going to be out here, a chance to celebrate with the Vikings today.
No doubt, and a perfect day for it. Jamal, I mean, we started off a little chilly this morning, but again, it is sunny, the sun is shining, and it is absolutely beautiful out here, and we are so excited to be here. So we are at Raines.
Yep.
This is where the parade will end. So there's already a lot of activity because they started here, and then they drove down to that beginning at Lonnie C. Miller Park. So let's give them an idea about how this parade will go this morning, because we know people from all over our community are here. So here you can see this map. They're starting at the park. It is a 1.3-mile walk till they get to the school.
Yeah, so they're going to be able to parade through this area, ultimately finish here. Big cookout. We can see the roads blocked up ahead. I can see the flashing lights there and people gathering around us where this cookout's going to happen here at Raines High School when they finally get here. So it's going to be a lot of celebration. I mean, you can see people already lining the streets as this parade's getting ready to get started. A lot of excitement throughout the community. People have been out here. We've been out here for a while now, and I've seen people coming through as they start trying to get their place to really be able to celebrate with this team, celebrate this state championship.
Yeah, it was a big build-up this week. I mean, you were there for so much of it on Thursday here at the school. You know, the Jaguars celebrated the team, the city leaders, the mayor gave them the key to the city, which is such an honor. You know, and here are some of our other live pictures where you can see some of the folks who are lining up. So again, we're here at the school. They expect to get here maybe 10, a little after 10. They'll start to gather here, and it is an all-day celebration here at Raines.
It is an all-day celebration. Now, while we have to wait for them to get to where we are, we've got Caleb Yager, who's hanging out toward the beginning of the parade route, who should be right in the middle of everything as it should be getting started here soon.
All right, Caleb, how's it looking out there?
Yeah, guys, it is awesome. It is loud. There's so much energy. Take a look at this. All the cars are lined up. We're getting ready to start here in just a few moments. Hey, Coach, how you doing this morning?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing really well. You got this. Nice ride. You're going to be riding this one, right?
Yeah, I'll be in the Corvette. Yes,
nice ride. All right. Hey, Ben, let's take a look at this. Look at that hardware.
Wave at the camera.
Hey, wave at the camera, buddy. Woo! Big day for your team. How much has the support over the past week been for your team and just the community coming in?
It's been phenomenal, man. We appreciate the community, the alumni, entire Viking Nation for the support, the shower of love with these young men that put in a lot of work to get to this point, and they deserve it.
Hey, Super Bowl tickets, also key to the city. How was that?
That was awesome. You know, it was a surprise, but, you know, that's for everybody. It's not a one-man thing, man. It represents everybody. You know, it's a big accomplishment for our side of town. So, you know, as long as we can do it for our community, I'm excited.
And what's your message to this team, this community, as we get started here?
Man, just never say die. Anything in life, anything you're going through, just always remember, never say die. As long as you got breath in your body, you can always fight. You can always continue to try to succeed in life and, you know, never give up.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Hey, let's take a look one more time. We're going to start in just moments. The hype is real. People are getting ready. We're going to start in just moments here with the parade. Back to you guys. We'll be starting here in just a few moments.
Caleb, let me ask you real quick, because I want to tell Coach that we have his mom here. So his mom is here at the school, and she is so very proud of him. She said she had to make sure she added a little lipstick so that she was ready for her debut on television. But again, his mom, his auntie, we have the whole family that's here at the school, and they cannot wait to congratulate him live here on the morning show.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he is so excited. Hey, one more time. He's getting some pictures with the hardware right now. And, yeah, she should be proud of him. She's proud of this whole entire community, this football team, with a dramatic win in the final seconds of that game. And, wow, it's awesome here.
I could test you going.
All right, Caleb, love it. You know, Jamal, let's talk a little bit about this season. You know, here at News4Jax, we knew that this team had something special. So right from the very beginning, we put a lot of resources into covering the team. You know, we had crews that were in practice. They were at almost every game. And just watching this team do what they did all season long to have such an amazing outcome.
Well, it was labeled the revenge tour. They went to the state championship game last year, faced off against the Northwestern Bulls in that game, didn't get the finish they wanted. Well, this team was locked in that they wanted to go and get a different result. So we went along for the ride with them, and it has been a fun ride. We had crews that were at practice all year long. We shot many of their games and got a chance to really catch up with this team over the course of this journey. And you couldn't have written a better story. I mean, talk about a storybook ending, the same field at FIU in Miami against the exact same team, and it goes down to the very end in the fourth quarter. And Rain's able to get the win and bring home that hardware that now everyone is going to get a chance to celebrate with them in the streets. A state championship, the first Duval County state championship since, well, the last time Rains did it.
Yeah, I mean, but, you know, you have to recognize it's the fourth one. So, you know, to get it is to get it, and to keep getting it is a whole nother story. All right, so we have the band. Rains has an amazing band.
Yes.
I know when we come out here for a Friday on 4, and we are with the band, we're with the dance team. I mean, they really have such a cohesive team that works together. And, you know, sometimes I'll ask those football players, I'm like, what is it, the thing that kind of gets you going? And they always say it is the band. It gets them hyped.
The band brings the atmosphere, brings the energy, and getting a chance to listen to them the whole way as they get started for this parade, it's going to be a lot of excitement. It's going to bring the energy. The band's definitely going to be the pulse. While we were out here setting up, the band was warming up, so we really could hear it. And they're loud, they're proud, and ready to go.
Jamal, here are some of the players. You had an amazing show last night. I was at home watching, and you brought some of those key players onto the show, and they were just so humble. You know, you could tell that they knew what they had to do in order to get that win last week.
Yeah, look, they were definitely focused. Those weren't quite the Vikings players yet, but the Rains Vikings players, we had TJ Cole, to Darius Washington, the two connected on that offensive game-winning touchdown, hanging out in the studio with us. We had Agent Zero, Jantarius Brown, hanging out with us. He had a big interception that helped us set up one of those game-winning plays. And Dan Duong, the kicker, you know, look, he made a big-time 32-yard field goal in that game that kept them in it, that gave them the chance to be in that game, to get the win late in it. And without that kick, you wouldn't have been there. So we got a chance to talk to some of them, really pick their mind on what was going through their heads in these intense moments. And look, they went into Miami with a mission, and they wanted to get out with a win, and they did. They did.
You know, Chris Will, as you were mentioning, has been following the team throughout this entire season. And I think what was touching, at least for me, was to hear some of their stories. You know, for some of these kids, this is what they saw as little children. They saw these games, and they saw wins at different points in their lives. And so this was a dream for many of them. And even with Coach, you know, he talked about how, you know, a lot of his mentors and how his mentors really were like, you know, you could do the same thing. You could win a state championship, and bam, now he has one.
When we talked to Coach Maslin after the game, he said that when he went to church, he testimonied that one of the things he wanted was to be a high school football coach and to win a state championship. And he said now it's come to fruition. This is what he wanted. This was the opportunity that he worked for. And look, when you talk to the other two coaches in Rains history, Coach Coffey and Coach Wiley, that have done it, they say, look, there's a lot of expectations. There's a lot of pressure to win at Rains because the expectation is to win football games. And Coach Maslin and these Rains Vikings lived up to it, and they brought home a trophy.
Yeah, you know, something else I think was really cool about it also was that they talked about coaching is more than just what happens on the field. You know, they're coaching 24/7. It's being there for them emotionally, being there for them to lift them up on a bad day, to really hold them to a high standard just all around.
Yeah, coaches can make a big difference in people's lives. I know the coaches I had made an impact on me and how I grew up. And speaking of the impact that some of these players can have from the coaches, we got Caleb Yager, who's hanging out toward the beginning of the parade route. He's going to go the whole route. He's got a couple players hanging out with him. Who you got with you, Caleb?
Hey, we got Jatai and Cody. Guys, how excited are we for today?
I'm very excited. I'm too excited.
You're too excited. What about you?
Hey, man, I've been waiting for this, man. This whole time I've been waiting for this.
Hey, what are you riding in today? Let's check this out. Check out the ride. The Jeep. Doors off the sides. The roof is open. Look at that.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
right.
Look,
You know
when there's
what?
people all over the place,
That's
sometimes
what
stuff happens.
I mean, the cool thing is we do have cameras on different parts of this route, so we can actually take some different cameras to really give you a feel for what's going on. We'll figure out what happened in that shot. So talking with the players, though, they're ready.
Look, they are locked in. They said it has not stopped. Getting a chance to talk to some of the guys that came to the studio last night, they said they had no idea that it was going to be this big of a deal that they'd won a state championship game. And I told them, I said, well, had you heard about the other Reigns teams that had won state championships? They said, I've been hearing about them for years. I said, well, now the next generation is going to be talking about you like that.
I love that. I love that. You know, it's something you shared with me where I was able to kind of see their stats and what they have done, you know, over their high school career. Talk about what a state championship does for their career. You know, when you think about college, when you think about what's next for them, is this a big notch to say, hey, we won a state championship?
Hey, to win a state championship is definitely a big notch in your belt, especially in Duval County. There have only been 2 Duval County public schools to win a state championship in football. Reigns and Mandarin. And Reigns has done it 4 times. Mandarin has done it just once. So the Reigns Vikings definitely reign supreme. So it is definitely a big deal to win a state championship here. And for a lot of these guys to close out their high school football careers, finishing that business that they wanted to take care of.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so we are live here at Reigns, and as you see from our live pictures this morning, the parade has begun. It is a 1-mile stretch from Lonnie C. Miller Park here to the high school, and we are here for every minute of it. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere after a short break.
Welcome back. The perfect season has wrapped up for the Reigns Vikings, a state championship win, and now a state championship celebration. And really, it's been a celebration all week long for the Vikings, so this is maybe the culmination.
No doubt about it. And what I love about what's happening on this parade route, starting at Lonnie C. Miller Park, going the mile here to Reigns High School, is that many of the schools, I should say, in the district are supporting this team as well. So here we have the Schott William M. Reigns marching band. They are setting it off. You know, their band with the dancers, I mean, it definitely looks like a historically black college. You know, when you think about that big energy that they bring, you know, the dancers and the band and the drum majors, which always bring the drama when they're out there. And I just think that says a lot about the school. It says a lot about the history of the school and what this school means to this community. It is so important. So, Jamal, I mean, when they won, can I share? I was at a party and we were playing a game and somebody picked their phone up and they said, Reigns won. And the crowd went wild. I mean, everyone who was there just cheered. We all took a moment to celebrate. And I believe that just replayed out in households all over our area.
Yeah, look, this is definitely something that is important to the city of Jacksonville, not just for Reigns. And as we watch this parade over the course, we'll see that there are other high schools that are participating, just trying to support them. I mean, their main rival, Ribault, just a few minutes ago, I kind of squinted because I said, I think that's the Ribault band.
Say that, yeah.
But Ribault's participating in this to celebrate this is the community. This is a community win. This is something that's big for the city, that's big for this community, that's big for Jacksonville to bring home a state championship. Again, something that hasn't been done very often in the history. Only 2 public schools in the area have won a state championship in football, and Reigns has done it 4 times.
Yeah, and honestly, Jamal, I think when one school wins, our whole community wins. You know, it shines a positive light, especially here on the north side, which sometimes doesn't get that energy. So I love that right now we are here, and it is all positive, and we are talking about things that are amazing. So what's kind of cool is to be a part of the Royal Court the year that the team wins the state championship. I mean, it's awesome to be in that position anyway, but for a year like today, to be able to ride in the Corvettes, to be able to ride down the street, they're all part of this program.
Yeah, look, earning that spot on that Reigns Royal Court is definitely special. It is a long road to be Mr. and Mrs. Reigns, and a lot of work goes into that, so definitely congratulations, a lot to be proud of for them. There's Coach Maslin sitting in the Corvette with the trophy. Yep. Look, Coach is definitely enjoying all of this. A lot of work has gone in behind closed doors, a lot of hard work just to build this team, to help this team, and things. when Coach Maslin first took this job, his first season at the helm, it didn't go the way he wanted. He said he was so stressed, says he lost 20 pounds just from the stress of trying to figure out how to get this team on the right track. And just a few years later, be sitting there riding in this car, holding a state championship trophy. The work paid off.
You know, it's funny. I was with them last year when they were heading to Miami, minutes before they left, and I was telling you, I said, Coach is real serious. I was like, come talk to me. Let me hear about how you're feeling this morning. And he was like, Melanie, basically like, I need a minute. You know, I'm trying to get myself together, get this team on the road. And this year it was the same thing. He really said, hey, we don't want a bunch of fanfare when we go down to Miami. He's like, you know, we're going to go down there and we're going to work and we are going to win. And then when we win, we're going to do exactly what they're doing right now is we will bring this championship home to the city and we will have a huge celebration. And there have just been celebrations after celebrations upon arrival. On Monday at school, a huge pep rally.
Yep.
On Thursday, I mean, you were there for that. That was a really special day with that assembly, with the lawmakers, city leaders, the mayor, the Jaguars. And can I just mention, Coach Maslin is going to the Super Bowl.
He is going to the Super Bowl. He is going to the Super Bowl, so the celebration continues for him. Who knows? Maybe he can be a little good luck to bring the Jaguars with him.
Hey, that's exactly what the Jaguars said. They were like, you know what? We're doing well. You guys are doing amazing. So here are 2 tickets. I mean, you think about a Super Bowl ticket, that's no joke.
Yeah, and it's in California this year. So definitely going to be a fun trip. I know Coach Maslin's going to be looking forward to that. That is going to be absolutely fantastic. Look, that just means the celebration has to continue, right? You're state champion until somebody's the next state champion, so you can keep celebrating for a full year.
Yeah,
well,
no.
he does have to get back to work with his next year's team. Because, you know, the goal is to repeat. The last time Reigns won a state championship, they did it back-to-back.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
There are those tickets. I do wonder who he's going to bring because there are 2 tickets.
Hey.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so there's the mayor.
Yep, the mayor and TJ Cole up there with him as they got the key to the city. Look, this is definitely an honor, a lot to be excited about for this Reigns team, to be able to bring home this state championship, to be able to celebrate it like this, for the city to come together to help them celebrate. I mean, with sending Coach Maslin, who's very deserving, to the Super Bowl, to give them a key to the city that they can put in that awards case, probably right next to that state championship trophy. I mean, this is just fantastic.
You know, yesterday on the Perfect Season, on the show that we did last night, TJ talked about the trust that he has with the other players, and when he threw that ball and Darius caught it in those last 10 seconds. So I want to really talk about those relationships coming up after the break and how they have to trust each other. I mean, you throw it, you're hoping it's getting caught. Yeah. And it did, and it won big. Hey,
look, you got to be able to trust your teammate, and in that moment, you got to have a little bit of trust. We'll talk about some of that trust and take some more looks at the parade as we continue to celebrate the Reigns Vikings as they make their way here to Reigns High School through their victory parade. All that's coming up right here on Channel 4.
We mean everything, you know. At 29, when I took over, this was a dream. You know, it's a great man above. For a long time, man, we had to go through some bumps, some bruises, some long nights, some heartbreak. But now we finally here, and my testimony is going to be loud.
Welcome back. We are counting down till the Reigns Vikings make it here to Reigns High School. The parade is off and rolling. You can see the guys hanging out on top of that Jeep, look, celebrating with the fans that are just lining the streets to be able to, you know, clap their hands, see these guys, and really just lift them up and celebrate with them.
I know, it's a great day. You know, the energy is great. The community was ready for this moment. And this is exactly what we were expecting. A huge turnout, a big parade. I mean, these players getting all the shine that they deserve. Caleb Yager is on the route. He is live there at the beginning, talking with different people right in the middle of the action. So Caleb, where are you and what's happening?
Yeah, we started walking the route a little bit. We'll want to take a little bit of a pit stop just to give you this perspective of the parade coming out of the park and going onto this road here, going all the way down to the high school. You can see the kids, the players are in the vehicles. They're celebrating. People taking lots of photos, and videos, and I want to introduce you to a couple of new friends I just made. Hey, how are you today? Alicia, right?
Yeah.
We got Alicia here. Are you celebrating a birthday? That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're celebrating a birthday, and you're celebrating the Raids football team. How are you, buddy? Hey, well, your name is Amir, right? Are you guys getting a lot of candy? Hey, let me show you. Let's see the candy you guys gotten. Okay. Hey, Alicia, can you open up the bag real quick? Let's see what kind of candy you've gotten. You got some Tootsie Pops, Twizzlers, all this chews. That's so cool. Hey, and what? You guys having fun today?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your birthday plans?
To go to the mall and go to
The movies. Hey, you're gonna get. You said you want to get a Squishmallow. What do you want for your birthday?
yeah.
A big Squishmallow. That sounds so much fun. We got a birthday. Hey guys, let's celebrate her birthday. Can we wish her a happy birthday real quick?
Hey, we did it. The greatest. We did it. Hey, he talked about being a legendary moment. This was his legendary moment. No, a couple weeks ago, he wanted to drive to where he had to put the team on his back. He wanted to put the team on his back. He did it twice tonight. Man, phenomenal kid, ultimate competitor. He deserved everything.
It means a lot. It means everything. You know, this is Black Excellence, the pride of the North Side. You know, we went down there to represent for Duval, and we came back and we did it well with a trophy.
All right. We just heard from Coach, and back here live, we are with Coach's mom.
Yeah,
Sharon Maslin has joined us. She's here at the school kind of holding things down here. You have 4 boys.
Yes.
How proud are you of your son right now?
Very proud, very honored.
Look, he said he went down there to represent for all of Duval, and they took care of business. How excited is it to see? I mean, you've seen this journey for him since he became a head coach, to finally see him get to this moment.
Very excited, very proud, very grateful and thankful. Donovan has been a very exciting person as a young kid. He has a lot of heart. Yeah. He's always determined to strive for excellence, and I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, tell us about him as a young man. You know, I have a 13-year-old, and you can kind of see those traits as they grow up that are going to make them successful, or even what area they're going to go in. So what were those traits that you noticed when he was a young boy?
I'll say when the older boys, he's the third of 4, and older boys playing ball and baseball and things like that, he was younger. And so when they would slide to bases, he would slide in the dugout. We would be waiting and watching. So he would be on the sideline doing what they do. So I knew that he would do well. He's always excited to be a part of something positive. And so I'm very thankful for that. He's always wanted to give back. He started his sports playing Little League baseball, then park ball, Grand Park. And then from there, Highlands Middle School, and then from there, Rains High School, and then from there, Alabama State University. And I'm excited that he loves giving back to the young men. He encourages the young men, and I'm very thankful for him to come back and give back to his school and to his community.
When was the first time you can remember him saying he wanted to be a football coach?
Probably high school.
Yeah? Always destiny. He knew he wanted to be a coach even then.
Yeah.
And you are a Reigns alum as well. So
I am.
Even to see the school thrive and to be in the spotlight today in such an amazing way all week, really, what does that feel like for you as an alum?
Very thankful. I'm a background person. I'm usually not on the scene. I'm making things happen from behind. But I'm very thankful for my school. Like I said, I graduated from William M. Rains High School, and a lot of pride we put our all in everything that we do. We love our kids. We give back to the football team and any kid that we can assist. We're more than happy to give back. I appreciate all the support, all of the fans, all of the people that donate. It's a challenge to facilitate and provide for a football team in high school. Mm-hmm. So I want to just give a shout out to a lot of our supporters who we hydrate the kids every week. Mm-hmm. Very expensive to do. We feed the kids every week. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just very grateful for everyone, churches, businesses, just for your support, for your love, and for showing up and supporting us in Miami. It was just beautiful, and I'm very thankful.
It really takes a village. It really does.
The village,
there you
Paul.
go.
Come on through. Come on, little cutie. We have a little guy. Come here. Come here. You come to me.
Will you come to
me?
He's got the sign.
All right. He says, "Congrats, Uncle Don." Can we see
it
him?
is.
Okay, come on through. Jamal, and I have to say, what is so cool about this is that we are here at the school and they are cooking fish. They are cooking crabs. And I only bring that up because I said, well, are you charging anyone? And they said no, because that's what the community does, right? You come together and you say, what are we going to do to celebrate together? And we do that centered around food, and we do that with a lot of love. So thank you. This is the family y'all represent. Congratulations. Enjoy this moment. It's yours too. It's this community's been here for 20 years, and it's just been amazing. So thank you all. And Mama, thank you.
Thank you so much. God bless.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. All right.
There we go.
All right, there we go.
So celebration's getting started over here. Caleb's on the parade route somewhere. And Caleb, what's it looking like over there?
Today? All right. Today, like Rich. Stand by. All right. Hey, we saw this little vehicle here, right? And you saw it just a couple of minutes ago. Look at this thing. This is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. What's this buddy's little name?
His name is Sean Tyler Lockett.
Sean Tyler Lockett. What's he doing today? What's his role?
He is representing Vetmasters of Florida Corvette Club and Reigns Vikings, the state champions. Say, go Vikings.
Go. Hey, one more time.
Go Vikings.
I can't hear you. Hey, today you're representing Reigns today. What's it like being here today with everybody here?
Being a part of the community, being a part of the school, the festivities. We are so proud of everyone. We are proud of the Vikings. We're proud of our community. So congratulations to them all.
Now I'm assuming you're a graduate of Reigns.
Yes, sir.
What year?
Absolutely. Ooh, gotta whisper that.
Oh, we gotta whisper
Class
that.
of 96.
Class of right. But hey, we've had support from the city for so many people. What does it mean to have it from people like the Jacksonville Jaguars and the city of Jacksonville?
It's just amazing being in Duval. We are so proud of our Jaguars. We are proud of our Vikings. We are proud to be from Jacksonville, Florida.
Mm-hmm. What's your message to this football team on accomplishing something so big here?
I was very impressed with them last year, even though they did not win. I was impressed with their perseverance, with their fortitude. I was so happy that they did not give up. They came back, they put their heads down, they worked hard, and they came back to get that championship.
Now, were you at the game?
I was not.
Okay, did you watch it?
Of course I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was your blood pressure that last minute of the game?
It was a nail biter. Oh, my goodness.
It was crazy, right?
Scratching and clawing, and I'm so glad they pulled it out.
Hey, thanks so much for joining us. Before we head out here, let's just catch up with our Corvette buddy. Right. Woo! He's moving and grooving. Can I get a Go Vikings one more time?
Go Vikings!
Yeah, there we go. Back to you guys.
Little guy's definitely setting the pace. Caleb, he's going to make sure you get your steps in, man. How many fans are you seeing along the way? It looks like the streets are pretty packed.
He's done.
Yeah.
He is running.
He's got to catch his breath now.
He's going to catch his breath and answer that question later. So we are here at Reigns. And Jamal, I have to point out behind us, we have the graveyard.
Yes.
And let's talk a little bit about Ichiban, because we still had people in the newsroom saying, what exactly does that mean? And what's funny is when I first started saying it, I was like, Ichiban #1. And I'm like, oh no, that's redundant.
Right.
Because Ichiban is #1.
It is. And that is the mentality here at Reigns High School. It's something that they they pride themselves on. It's all over the place. It's literally on the fence that's right here next to us, and it's that rallying cry for these Vikings.
No doubt. And there's a new grave in the graveyard.
That is.
Talk
They have
about
officially added a nice bull tombstone that is right behind us in the middle of the graveyard sign over there. We checked it this morning. When we came by yesterday, it wasn't here, so they added it just in time for this.
It works out perfectly.
It worked out
and
perfectly.
They are buried. Because I do think this team has taken really the high road throughout some of this, because the other team did kind of talk some smack before the game.
Those Dade County folks were definitely talking, and we kept the receipts for rain, so they didn't have to. Don't worry, I'm petty enough.
You are petty.
Literally, one of our managers told me that yesterday, and that is okay. She's watching.
Oh, my goodness. So can I just quickly say that, because I was watching last night The Perfect Season. You pulled up all of these tweets and different comments, and they were talking so much smack about how they were just going to run over Reigns. And that did not happen.
That did not happen.
But, and Reigns still keeping the high road.
Hey, look, they took the high road. I didn't. I kept all the screenshots on the phone with them. A plan in mind. Well, the Reigns Vikings do like to talk a little bit of trash, so the gravestone that's over there, they do that each week for the team that they beat. They plant a gravestone or a tombstone there to go along with the graveyard, so that way they fill it up by the end of the season with all the teams they've beat. And, well, when you have a perfect season, you tend to have plenty of graves.
That one needs to sit there.
That one will stay there for a while, I think.
At least the next season.
Yeah, I think that one will stay there for quite a while. So it has been a fantastic time for these Reigns Vikings, a fantastic season. A whole lot of work has gone into this in the dark. I mean, one of the players, they said they had a team-only meeting, a players-only meeting that no coaches were allowed to, that really helped to set their mind for that championship game, so they knew what they had to go out there and accomplish. And Coach Mazin said he thinks that it was the leadership of some of these seniors that really helped to set the tone to help them finish the job. And now all that work that was done in the quiet, in the dark, being celebrated out here in the light with the community all coming together.
There's a video that I believe went viral where one of the players kind of went in. It's like, put your phones down.
That was at halftime.
Yeah,
yes.
Put your phones down. So really he was telling them, lock in. This is the time. It's not about these phones. It's about this game. Yep. And clearly the leadership was leading them down this road to this huge win. So, these young men, they're so mature, and they decided, what they knew what they had to do. They had to come together as a team. They had to come together to encourage each other. And even if that was hard talk, it was serious talk, and it paid off.
Yeah, look, they knew what job they had to accomplish. They called it the revenge tour for the reason, and they were able to go out there and get their revenge. All right, the Reigns Vikings are getting closer and closer to here. I can hear the band in the distance. So we'll take a quick break, and then we'll be right back here on Channel 4 as we continue to celebrate this Reigns Vikings championship team as they get closer to the finish line here at Reigns High School.
We'll be back.
Winning the championship made a big difference for them kids. I'm so excited to see the big smile on their face, and they're just so excited.
Yeah, sweet babies, we are proud of you. State champs, #1. Duval, we run Florida, baby.
It's your boy, #1. We knew they was going.
There it is. Welcome back. We can officially see the band and the Royal Court rounding the corner to get to Reigns High School, where the cookout and the celebration will begin. Look at that route. Look at all of the community, all of the fans, all of the family members that have come out to celebrate.
Yeah, you mentioned yesterday, you were like, it gives you chills. I mean, this is what a city is made of. This is what people who support each other and the community is all about. Because it's early. It's the Saturday, Jamal, before Christmas. So it is a very busy time for families. But they took the time to say, hey, we are going to come out here today. We are going to make this a party. And it is going to be exactly what this team deserves. After sheer grit, just working so hard, working together, and being able to come home with a win, they deserve everything they got this week.
They definitely deserve every bit of this. At some point, maybe it'll slow down for them so they can get some sleep and maybe really soak in that they've been state champions, because it has been absolute nonstop celebration, and they deserve every single bit of this. I mean, look at the band get down. Come on now.
Look, when I tell you, this reminds me of my college days. I went to Hampton University, and I would not go for the game, Jamal. I would go for the band, because they all always brought it, and this is really that energy. So if you're watching from home, just get out your seat and just do a little dance, cheer for this home team. They are so amazing.
Yeah, doing fantastic work. I'm trying to see what school's band that is right now. I'm not positive on it. I'm wondering maybe if that's Ed White. But
it might be Ed White. Either way, they're working it.
They are definitely getting down. Look, the celebration is on. They're getting closer and closer here. I can see the Royal Court passing down the street from right where we're at, and we've already seen some of the band passing our way. So they're going to be here at Raines High School soon. And just to our left, they're setting up for that cookout over there, and there's people all over the place. So it's going to be a big party on this side.
No doubt. So 1.3 miles from Lonnie C. Miller Park here to the school. They will weave around behind us to that party. Caleb Yager, though, he is on the move this morning. He's doing every bit of that 1.3 miles with different people, talking to kids, talking to fans, talking to alum, and also doing a little dancing, I see, Caleb.
Yes, and now you're making me realize I'm going to have to walk all the way back unless somebody gives me a ride. Let me introduce you to Mr. Corey Brown. How are you this morning, my man?
I'm fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Hey, what does it mean to be here for you? Raines graduate, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Class of 95.
95. Yes. All right. And you made a lot of the merchandise and a lot of the shirts for today, right?
Yes, sir. The entire team, staff, some of the faculty, and the spectators. Mm-hmm. I'm here for the community.
Absolutely. And you have a business, right?
Yes, sir. L Diesel Sports.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Hey, did you go to the game or did you watch it? Online?
I was there.
You were there.
Yes, sir.
Where did you sit?
I was on the 20.
You're on the 20?
Yes, sir.
Oh, what was your favorite part of that game?
The last play.
The last play.
The last drive. Amazing.
Just describe, what was that moment like, not only to watch the play, but to see the fans' reaction at that time?
Oh, man, it was electrifying. It was electrifying. It hits my soul real deep. I bleed red and gray.
Bleed red and gray. That's right. You heard him. Did you play football back in the day for Raines?
Absolutely.
What was your position?
Cornerback and safety.
Yeah. Were you a menace on the field back in the day?
Yeah.
Don't lie to me.
Okay. I was okay.
Oh, that means he was a baller. That's right?
Yeah.
You know what's going on. Hey, what's your message to this team after winning the state championship and bringing home the trophy?
Hey, let's keep it going.
We ain't done yet.
We ain't done.
Not even close.
Our next quarterback up say we got 3 more. So let's go.
There we go. Thanks, Corey, for joining us. Hey, we'll give you one quick look here. Hey, there's a Corvette guy. I seem to keep running into him. A lot of Corvettes following him. I think they're all following him. I don't blame them. But we'll send it back to you guys right now.
Maybe your friend in the Corvette can give you a ride back.
I think Caleb will be able to get a ride back. I do not worry about him. Let's talk about that merchandise, too.
Yeah.
Because I was scrolling on social media, and you got to follow Raines Vikings Football on Facebook and on Instagram because they definitely have a lot of energy and a lot of really interesting, fun posts. But some of that gear is sold out already.
Yeah. Yesterday at like 2:30, they rolled out some of the state championship shirts. I happened to be here at the right time.
You did. I saw you had one on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But they sold out very quickly.
Yeah.
They sold out very quickly. They started running out of size. I mean, it was popular. When we got here, there was a long line. And somebody that was with me said, I should probably get in line now. And I said, nah, it'll be fine. It was not fine.
Oh.
We basically cleared off the table when we got to the front. Yes, we did.
I'm so glad you all got it.
There were not many shirts. It was just such a popular thing. The line never got shorter.
Wow.
I'm one of those that likes to play hooky with the line. Like, it'll die down. It'll be fine. It was not fine.
No,
the popularity was there. The community came out. They wanted those shirts. They said they would do a reprint of them after the holidays.
Nice. Okay, so where were they selling them?
They were selling them right here. They were selling them right behind us.
Okay, so the school, when the line was here at the school, they were selling
right.
them. I love that. And I think we'll see more because a lot of local businesses, they will kind of tap into this as well and put out their own lines. But keep your eye and your head on a swivel if you want to buy some of those shirts. All right, we got to look at this band because they are working it. Let's just give them a minute to do their thing. All right, so you pointed out That's Jackson High School.
That's Jackson High
It's a
School.
little dance break, and they sound fantastic.
Yeah. Like we said, the whole community really coming together for this celebration. High school bands from all over the area coming out to march along this parade route, really put on a celebration for the Reigns football team.
Oh, Jamal, I just could not stop smiling. What a great day for the Reigns Vikings, alumni, and this community. We will be right back after the break because we hear them coming. They have arrived. We'll be back.
This is our 4th championship, and every time it feels like the first time. Like, Ichiban never says die. You can tell with the energy in the room and how excited the kids are, and just thankful that they brought it back home to 3663 Reigns Avenue.
The parade has finally reached Reigns High School. We've been hearing it for a little while, but now I can look behind me and literally see the beginning of the parade starting to filter in. So it's going to start getting a little bit more crowded around here as folks start to head to those cookouts to really continue the party.
Yeah, so let's talk about the cookout, because if you aren't that familiar with the culture, there will be crab, there will be fried fish, they will be barbecuing, they're going to do everything, and there will be a party here in Northwest Jacksonville probably all day long, Jamal.
Yeah, look, they were giving us the road map earlier. Okay, well, if you want the crab legs, they're going to be over there. Don't worry, I got the fried fish this way. So we definitely got the road map on where the food will be at, and there's going to be plenty of it around here. But the celebration is still on out there. I mean, you just saw some of those state championship shirts that they sold like hotcakes. I mean, they flew off. They were absolutely fantastic. I mean, sharp-looking shirt, too. I should have worn mine this morning. I wore it last night for our Reigns special with the guys in the studio.
With a little suit jacket, too. So it definitely was a good look.
You know, a little combo.
Yeah,
I give you the suit jacket, but the T-shirt underneath.
Justin to wear it, too. They look very nice. So keep an eye out, because they said they will print more at some point after the holidays. But as you see, I mean, this is just a beautiful time for this community. It's Christmas next week. And it really has just been a beautiful week. The weather was perfect. Today, the sun is coming out. It's starting to warm up. And I don't think this community is going anywhere today as they celebrate this team and truly the city. And you know, you got to hand it to the mayor. You got to hand it to our councilmen and women, because they really came together to make sure that this team and this community felt celebrated.
Look, this city definitely rallies together. This was one for Duval, and that's what Reigns' rallying cry as they went down there. They wanted to do this for Duval, and they did it, and now Duval's coming together to celebrate them. And we'll continue our coverage of this Vikings celebration as the football team gets closer and closer to finally making it to the high school right after a quick break. You know the parade's getting close when you start seeing people running toward the street.
Yes.
Clearly something is right around the corner.
Yeah, they finally have made it to Reigns High School. We will eventually see everybody pouring into the front of this school. It has been such an honor to be here this morning and to see this community come together, and so much fun for everybody.
Yeah, this is absolutely fantastic to see the community come together, to be able to celebrate with them, to bring it to you at home so that way you can get all of the energy, all the vibes. It has been such a fun time, and to celebrate this football team that does something that's special.
Yeah, this is what it's all about. You know, we have the platform, and it is awesome that Reigns is on top of it today. They are rising strong, and we are here for it. Continue to watch. We are streaming on News4Jax Plus. We are still here. Thanks for watching. All right, Jamal.
Yeah, for all the people.
So this is our more casual audience.
This is a little bit different. Things switch up a little bit for us, right? So we just finished the hour on TV, and now for everyone that wants to keep watching on the stream, the parade is almost here. It's right around the corner. I mean, we can literally see parts of it kind of pouring in as they wrap around us, and eventually they're going to wrap over to this practice field over here. So folks are starting to kind of filter through as they continue the ceremony. I haven't seen quite the football team just yet.
They're milking their walk a little bit. They're taking their time.
Enjoying it. Got to soak it all in, right?
Yeah, definitely. On Corvettes, I should say.
Yeah.
You know, I like on the stream sometimes to tell people how we do things. So, Amber, come on in this shot real quick. And Victor, can you get off the camera for just a minute? Are you allowed to? Okay, come on, just a minute. All right, so Amber has been out here with us, making sure that we know exactly what to do and helping to, when we brought in folks. Victor, also a photographer who's done some great work here with Joy on her stream just earlier in the week when she was bringing all that holiday joy. And so this allows us to have an opportunity to continue our coverage and to still bring that kind of behind-the-scenes look.
Yeah, look, this is definitely an opportunity to reach folks where you are. I stream a whole lot more than I watch TV these days, so this is a place where you can get all that coverage, and we have a little bit more time to hang out and continue to wait for the Vikings to make it here and really celebrate all of our team members that helped to make everything happen.
Did you know you were going to be on TV today? No? Okay, well, thank you. you got to always be ready. All right. Thank you. How fun. This has been fun, though, huh? Yeah. All right, well, thank you. You're clear. All right, so I wonder if we're seeing different parts of the parade route while we're streaming. So if someone can help us kind of understand what's happening, awesome.
Yeah, look at all the folks that are definitely filtering in along the way. Look, it is definitely a packed parade route. The community has come out to celebrate with this football team. The streets are packed. I mean, it's a little over a mile route, but there are definitely hundreds of people along the way. We've had Caleb, who's been stopping to talk to folks the entire parade route, trying to keep up and getting his steps in, because they're moving and there's people all over the place that he's weaving through, trying to talk to folks along the way, and the excitement, you can feel it.
Yeah, and to pull all this together, you think about it, Jamal, it was last week when they won. Since then, there have been assemblies at the school, there have been pep rallies in the gym, there was an entire presentation of Super Bowl tickets to the coach. So much has happened all in a very short period of time, and talking to folks here, they were all hands on deck. Who's going to make this? Who's going to do this? Who's going to coordinate that? And that's a lot. This is not, typically schools aren't in the business of event planning,
right.
But for them to be able to kind of say, hey, this is what we need to do to make this happen for the community. Let's do this. And I think they were ready for it, because they didn't put a lot of energy into, the promotion beforehand, because they said, we're going to work, we're going to get down there, we're going to win. And then when that happens, the celebration will happen for the city. And I mean, it just has been a beautiful week for Reigns. Flawless, I should say.
It has been absolutely nonstop for them. I mean, from the second they won, there's been event after event, celebration after celebration, and they haven't really had a chance to slow down and really soak it in. But you know what? That's the good part, because these are the memories. This is what they're going to remember about this forever.
And I talked with the principal, Vincent Hall, and he's another one, Jamal. He does not like to be on television.
Yeah.
He really doesn't. He's kind of like, we are about academics. Our football is amazing, so we're going to always support that. But Reigns an A school now. I mean, they really have done a great job academically. It's the pride of this community.
Yeah.
You look at the alumni, people who are like, our hearts are always in high school. And I don't think every community has that. When you think about as you get older in your 50s and your 60s, and you're like, I'm a Reigns alumni, until I die.
Yeah, look, this Reigns alumni base is passionate. I mean, look, we're taking a look at the Reigns Vikings band right now, and this is all a part of it. The band is really the energy that puts everything to it. So, I mean, this Reigns Vikings band, we've been hearing them for a while. Now we're getting a chance to look at them a little bit. So, just the excitement along the parade route has been great. And this Reigns alumni base, they love this school. They love what it stands for. And they love this football team.
Yeah, and I think it means so much, to be able to be out here. And what has been nice is we saw Ed White, we saw Jackson, we saw Rebolt, Rebo, however you want to say
Rebolt.
it. You think it's Rebolt?
I'm telling you it's Rebolt.
Oh, gosh. Well, don't talk to Mr. Bostic.
Well, talk to the community. The community will tell you it is Rebolt. And so if he would like to go change their minds, then come talk to me. But it is Rebolt High School, and I would like to be welcomed at Rebolt, so I will call it Rebolt.
Okay.
So don't call. If you call for Mel.
Look, I'm going to call it both.
If you call for Mel. Rebolt.
All right, well, Rebo, they were on this route as well, Jamal, and that was so cool to see. Like, I think, when they're out there on the field, they're rivals, but when today, they're like, we're all in this ink together. Any shine on our city like this is good for all of us.
Yes, it is. One of the things Coach Maslin said when they got back with the championship is we wanted to do this for Duval. Not that he wanted to do it for Reigns. We wanted to do this for Duval. And even when the Miami Northwestern team talked a lot of trash, it was about Dade versus Duval.
Okay.
And, you know, one of the things that are on a lot of shirts, look, it's Duval versus all y'all. And Duval went down there, took care of business, and now all of Duval is coming together to celebrate with this Reigns team.
Oh, I love that. You know, Duval is something I remember when the chant became so popular. I'll be wrong if I guess a year, but it was many, many years ago. And it was funny because you couldn't get everybody to say it. And, you know, not everybody, they would be like, Duval, you know, or just quietly. But now it's accepted. It's known all over the country.
Yes.
You know, can I share something with you? When I went to one of the theaters, they actually have a sign that says, if you hear people saying Duval, it's not a boo.
Yeah.
It's actually good.
Yes.
Like they're giving you props. They're saying Duval, it's not a boo. So it's really cool that now that signature is truly all over the country. And it, like you said, it is Duval against all of them.
That's
all right,
it.
so Caleb is along that route. Who knows who Caleb has now, Jamal?
Hey.
He is having a good time.
Caleb has been having a great time getting his steps in, but it sounds like he's got a Reigns alumni hanging out with him.
Hey, we are getting our steps in this morning, meeting some friends along the way. We got Annie and Sierra, guys. How excited are we this morning?
Excited. Go Vikings!
Go Vikings! Can I get Go Vikings from you?
Yes, I'm very excited. Go Vikings! My grandkids graduated from Vikings, and I am a true Viking. Also your daughter? Yeah. And my daughter and son. Yes, we are true Vikings.
All right.
Go Vikings!
What's been your favorite part about the parade this morning?
All the different schools coming together. We saw Jackson, we saw Ed White, we saw Ribault High School. All the different schools coming together and showing support for Reigns here on the north side. And we also saw Terry Parker.
Yeah.
So the city coming together as a whole to celebrate such a tremendous event.
That's so cool. What about you?
Just seeing everybody just coming out and celebrating what I know what we can do. Bring it back to the house.
Bring it back to the house.
Go Vikings! Go Vikings! Go Vikings!
Hey, we're dancing along today. Oh, we got some police. We got to move here. But we're going to continue this interview because I like talking to you guys so much. All right, Eddie, you got a message for the school, the team, or anything?
The team is excellent, and I was a band booster parent for years, and I'm still a Viking.
Go Vikings!
Any final message?
Just keep doing great, guys. You did such a tremendous thing for the city. Keep doing what you're supposed to do. Get your grades, graduate, go on to college, go to football. The sky's the limit. Go Vikings!
Go Vikings!
Go
You heard it from Annie and Sierra. Back to you guys.
Absolutely love that. Get your grades, go on to college, and do great things. For a lot of these Reigns Vikings, this was their love note. This was their end of their story because many of this Vikings team were seniors, and they wanted to see it end, and they got to see it end and really get the celebration all the way through.
Yeah, so we're looking now at the Royal Court, which they're definitely getting their shine today, and the Corvettes, and looking beautiful on this very beautiful day. You're pretty close with some of the players, or at least you've been following them very closely this year. I want to mention, I mentioned this during the show, that we knew that they had something special, so we put a lot of resources into Reigns and making sure that we covered them well this season. Do you know what any of the seniors' plans are for next year? Have they announced?
Well, many of them have already signed, so a lot of the football players already have plans to go on to play in college, so we will get to see them play on some bigger scale, bigger fields. Signing day has already passed. Some of them are still waiting to maybe make an announcement or two in the future, so I don't want to spoil anything for some of the folks that are still holding on to some information. But a lot of excitement around this team. Many of them are going to get to play college on a bigger stage, college football, and that's been part of the dream. But even when we were down there in Miami, we talked to Zion Butler's family who was in the stands, and he told our reporter Chris Will that he's always dreamed of winning a high school state championship. This was his goal, and they got the chance to watch him experience that.
Yeah, so you played football, right?
Yeah, played a little bit of football.
So you can relate to some of this.
I didn't want to say championship.
Right, okay.
Say championship.
Right.
Now.
But what made you even want to get into sports? Because I do think sports is like, it's what happens on the field, but there's also that opportunity to get to know the people. I mean, especially here, right, in Jacksonville. I mean, high school football, college football, it's huge in Florida. Period.
It's a community. Look, for me, I like the competing, but as I step away from some sports, the thing I missed the most was the locker room, those teammates, that bond. You got a group of folks that are all rowing in the same direction, and we all have the same end goal in mind. It's tough to recreate that in any sort of walk of life. You never really get that same locker room type bond again, and that's what a lot of these guys are doing. They're experiencing this team together one last time, because it'll never be this team again.
Oh, that's really a sweet thought, you know, and to be able to go out like this. And
these are bonds that they'll celebrate for the rest of their life, friends that they've made for life, because now you're not just a teammate, but you're a state champion, and you spend hours, days, months together out on the practice field, sweating, working hard together. I mean, those are bonds that are forged that can't be broken.
Yeah, and it's interesting because my son is playing 8th grade football, and I do believe that he'll eventually go, to high school and play. And it makes me a little nervous because I do think it's a rough game. It's very physical.
Sure.
But some of the lessons that he will learn on that football field, I mean, they're irreplaceable. You can't get them everywhere.
The impact that Coach Maslin is having on many of these guys, the impact that high school football, even college football coaches had on me in my life, just some of the things you learn along the way, the discipline, the work ethic, the consistency that you have to be these sorts of athletes, are things that help you in every walk of life. I mean, some of the stuff I apply to what we do here at Channel 4 a lot.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you don't play. I mean, I'll brag on you. Yeah, he does play.
When it's time to work.
Yeah. But I have to say, I mean, you lock in too. I mean, you have been so busy this week covering this team. I mean, last night you were at the station till 11:30. You were here before me, ready for this parade this morning. So I do see some of that in you. Obviously, you love what you do, and you're really committed to the city in a big way. We also heard some of Maslin's coaching style, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a locker room, I won't say rant, but a locker room encouragement speech.
Yes.
That definitely got some attention.
Hey, look, Coach Maslin is an intense guy with these guys. And we had a camera that was at a lot of the practices, but we also had a camera at that state championship game that was doing nothing but on the sideline, getting some of the fans, some of the coaches along the way, and hearing some of those. So even one of the players last night heard Coach Maslin's speech to them in the fourth quarter right before it kicked off. And he said, I couldn't hear him in the game, but he said he was in his bag for that speech now. So it was cool to watch him actually experience the speech for the first time with us in the studio. As Coach Maslin told them, do you want to be a champion?
Right.
You're at the doorstep. All you got to do is kick it in.
All you got to do is kick it in. Wow. Let's hear it, because Caleb was able to talk with the coach on the parade route earlier today. He probably will be here at the school very soon, but let's hear what he had to say earlier to Caleb.
It's been phenomenal, man. We appreciate the community, the alumni, entire Viking Nation for the support, the shower of love with these young men that put in a lot of work to get to this point, and they deserve it.
Hey, Super Bowl tickets, also key to the city. How was that?
That was awesome. It was a surprise, but that's for everybody. It's not a one-man thing, man. It represents everybody. It's a big accomplishment for our side of town. So as long as we can do it for our community.
Such a great win. There's Coach holding that trophy as he rides through the parades, maybe a couple of photo ops along the way. More than a few photos. I'm sure he's lost count of how many pictures he's taken over the last week.
Have you held that trophy?
I have not held that trophy. I don't know if he's letting anybody touch that trophy.
At this point, right? But eventually it'll go in a case here at the school.
And then no one will touch it.
I almost feel like he deserves a little duplicate.
Hey,
Just a small replica made of plastic.
They're going to have to pry that out of his hand.
They are, yeah.
Coach Maslin said this is what he worked for. This is what he asked for. This is what he wanted. And there's definitely pressure on these Raines High School coaches to try and do it. You heard the fans earlier talking about, look, do it again. Because the last time they won a state championship, Coach Wiley won back-to-back. So now, for Coach Maslin, he can celebrate right now, but spring football is right around the corner.
Yeah, they got to hit it.
And they're going to try and figure out how to see if they can duplicate it.
Do you see anybody, and I don't know how closely you're familiar with all the players, but do you see anybody, a junior, a sophomore, who really could be the next star on this team?
Look, Troy Butler's a guy who played a big role on this team. He was a junior. He's going to be a rising senior, and he's going to take an even bigger role on the team next year because that leadership falls on the senior class. They will lead and set the tone for the team. That's how this works. So there's going to be a handful of guys that are going to take on bigger leadership roles. I think Troy Butler's going to be one that's going to shoulder a large load for that team.
That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure for the players. It's a lot of pressure for the coaches as well. I do believe our producer just said that we have some of the players.
Yeah, look at them. There they are. Celebrating right there. They're right in front of us, and there they are sitting on top of the Jeeps celebrating. Look, they've got those medals on.
They got the Riz.
I don't know if they've taken them off since they got them last Friday.
I definitely wouldn't. They have all that Riz. Earlier we had Coach's mom here with us at the school, and it was really cool to hear from her a little bit as she talked about him as a little boy, that he was always determined, that he was, I think, the third youngest, did she say, of 4 boys? Mm-hmm. And so she said when they'd be out there on the field, he was practicing in the dugout if it was baseball. So she said she saw really early on that he really had that grit and that he was going to be something special. So let's hear from the mom. How proud are you of your son right now?
Very proud, very honored.
Look, he said he went down there to represent for all of Duval, and they took care of business. How excited is it to see? I mean, you've seen this journey for him since he became a head coach, to finally see him get to this moment.
Very excited, very proud, very grateful and thankful. Donovan has been a very exciting person as a young kid. He has a lot of heart. Yeah. He's always determined to strive for excellence, and I'm very proud of that.
She is definitely very proud of her son and has a lot to be proud of. I mean, look at all of these people that are out here celebrating her son and what they've accomplished as a Reigns football team to bring home that state championship. Let's take a look at the parade route and just kind of let you soak in some of the energy, some of the vibes along the way.
I love it. I think that's a great idea, Jamal.
All right, you can see folks really crowding the street as that football team looks like they're getting out, maybe for a nice photo op in the middle of the street.
As they should. Yeah. I mean, they are literally like superstars.
They are.
These are the community. They're out. They're getting into the street, like you said, to get those pictures. The team, they rode their way to this location, but now they hopped out those vehicles, and now they're just taken to the streets. I mean, they're literally like little stars today.
They are stars. They are superstars at their level. They brought home a championship to Jacksonville, something that's really hard to do. Something they worked for, and something that honestly, look, you couldn't have written a better story for this football team. If we sat down and said, how do you want this to go down there and lose? Now, you never want to lose in a state championship game, but to swing back and finish it the way they did, getting that revenge a year later, I mean, it doesn't get too much better than that.
It doesn't.
That sets off the party. I mean, look, the guy's dancing through the streets.
But I love to see this, but what we all didn't see every second of every day was the work that they put in.
Right.
I mean, when you talk about football, my son, again, I'm only talking about my 13-year-old, but he already talks about the conditioning and how, I don't, but how hard it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no joke. You're coming in, you're locking in, it's a mind game, it's a body game, it's very physical. You're taking hits in practice. I mean, what we saw even in that last 10 seconds of the game, it was so athletic.
Look, Tadarius Washington made that play because of all the work he did in the dark, in the weight room, to be able to break that tackle, shrug the guy off, and muscle his way in. I mean, that Northwestern guy wanted to stop him. He was able to push his way in. That's the work paying off right there in that moment for what they did. And now you see that you got cardboard cutouts of guys along the parade route. They're state champions, and that's something that can't be taken away.
Oh, it really isn't. And they deserve every second of it because they have worked hard. Not just this year, but many years preparing for this moment. Yesterday, I heard you say, I heard one of the young men, and I don't know his name, but he was saying, I've been playing with him since 8th grade. And I know, I've seen him grow and I've seen who he is. So they've had chemistry, and that there's something to be said about working together for that many years.
Look, it definitely does. Look, a lot of these guys have grown up together, played some middle school ball together before joining the Reigns Vikings football team to try and go and chase this state championship. And there's definitely is was something to that because you mentioned it earlier, the trust on that last play as TJ throws it up to Tadarius for Tadarius to go and make the catch and make the play. But there was a 4th down earlier on that drive where he throws a little dump-off pass to Tadarius. It was 4th and 10, and he throws maybe a 3-yard pass. You got to trust your guy to go make the play and move the chains, or else the game would have been over. There's a lot of trust that goes into football. Everybody has to do their 111 if you're going to pull it off.
And look, if he didn't catch it, that would have been okay too, because that was hard. I mean, and at least that's what the mom of Mel says. It would have been okay, but that would have just been awful. I know, but just the idea that he did catch it, and it was. I mean, it's such a hero moment.
It was. It's definitely a hero moment.
You wonder too, because they are young. There may not be a moment in his life anytime soon that amazing.
Yeah. Look, this is something they'll remember forever.
Forever.
That finish is something that can't be taken away from them. I mean, they're going to be legends here at Raines High School because every football team after this is going to be talking about, well, I want to be like the 2025 team that won a state championship.
Yeah.
I want to be one of them.
You're so right. And when you talk about that, we have seen the young people who have been in this parade, the middle schoolers who are marching, and they're so little. And, one day their hope is really to play for this team. And it's not easy. Not everybody makes it.
Nope.
Not everybody probably that you may get on the team, but you may not end on the team because it is a lot of work and it's a lot of dedication. So they really are people who young people are looking up to from elementary school all the way up to those middle schoolers who, one day would love to play for the school.
Yeah, and then when you talk to some of these high school football players in the area, you start to realize that even when they were younger, they looked up to these high school football players because many of them remember going to high school football games and looking up to those guys. So sometimes you get to talking and they'll start asking you questions about, do you remember this team? And it's like, I went to those games when I was a kid. I remember this guy. And you start going back in those history books and realize, like, they were the idol to someone else at some point. And now sometimes it takes a second to sink in, and they might not even realize it right now.
Yeah.
But those middle schoolers are thinking the same way about them right now, especially with the state championship.
Yeah, that's a humbling moment. As we watch this parade and we hear things really starting to ramp up here at Raines High School, I'm looking at these Corvettes. I mean, what this shows you, Jamal, is that a Corvette group or a dealership or somebody was like, okay, we got it. We'll make sure that you guys have Corvettes in this parade and that everybody will have a space to be able to stand up and wave to the crowd. I mean, the coordination that it took to make today happen is really pretty amazing. I mean, when you think from the city of Jacksonville, when I came in, it was probably like 24 police officers who were going to be out here and making sure that everybody was safe and making sure that traffic was stopped. I mean, you think, I don't know how all that works, but somebody paid for it or somebody volunteered for it. So this certainly shows what can happen in a very short period of time. The organization, the coordination, the motivation, the excitement, the passion, all of that, to make today happen is really a testament to what this city values and how when it comes down to it, we can come together for something positive.
Of course, everyone can come together for something positive, and in this case, it's to celebrate this Raines Vikings football team, and it is a celebration. And I mean, this is the holiday season, perfect time for the community to get together and celebrate these young men for their accomplishments, for the work they've done, and to really come and take some time to lift them up, make them the superstars that they've worked to be, and celebrate this platform, celebrate all the hard work that's gone into this. And now they're getting closer and closer. The music's turning up.
What do you have going on today, Jamal?
The food.
What do you have going on?
People start to filter in. There's stuff all over the place now.
Look, when I tell you, I'm like, well, I think I might have to get some crabs, maybe a piece of fried fish. I tried to get the family to come out today, but nobody wanted to wake up. But everyone is invited, so even if you didn't make it out to the parade, you are invited to this party today, which I believe is probably going to be going on for several hours. Caleb Yager has been holding it down, talking with alumni, talking with the coach and some of the players. He has more from the parade route.
Hey, we're getting towards the end of the parade here, but I want to introduce you to Charles. He's got a little bit of history lesson here. Talk to me. What is this picture all about? And talk to me about it.
This is the picture when we played Howard Ocala in 1967, 68 graduating year. It was the last game of segregation. Next year, everybody was going to get in another league. But we got together with all the teams that stayed that year and decided how we was going to play this out. It was like the last team standing. All right?
Hey, let's hold this picture up one more time. Look
Right.
at this. That's you, right?
That's me. That's me.
Number
And-
16.
Number 16, yeah.
there we go.
Number 16. And we beat Howard Ocala, who was the only undefeated team left. And we had one loss. And
Wow.
we beat them for the championship. But we was never awarded it because of how we had to do it. So the coach said that he thought that maybe the other coaches might think we took advantage of something. But we played 3 years to get here.
That's
You
awesome.
know?
That's so awesome. What position did you play?
Every position I could play.
Every position.
I'm just saying, back then, special teams was a quality. So I was the captain of the special teams. Every time you punt, I'm in the block. Every time you kicked off, I'm in the carry. Every time, I was just in every time I could get for special teams. And I felt like a lot of people didn't know I saved a lot of games. You know, by making tackles or
Hey,
making blocks.
He was making plays.
I was making
plays.
I wasn't starting, but I was making plays. And that's the message I want to get across to my players all over. If you're not a starter, be the best special team player you can be. When I came out on the field, every time, all I could hear is my name being called. Yeah, because they knew it was action.
Yes,
it was action. That's all I presented.
Hey, you were making plays before a lot of these guys were even a thought,
I
right?
know, right. But we didn't get credit. This was our fourth championship. Not so fast.
Not so fast.
They didn't recognize us. The media didn't. Now that's what I'm saying.
Hey, we'll recognize you today. How's that?
That's great.
All right, sounds good. Hey, but what,
I want my jacket, my ring, and everything here.
hey, what about this team this year? You guys celebrating the state championship. What does it mean to be here?
I'm gonna tell you what I did about this team. I came to practices, right, and I saw the kid that was doing the extra points and the field goals, and he was by himself. And I walked over to him. I said, "How you doing?" He said, "Man, my leg hurt." I didn't know he had been the championship kicker all year, but I had to wake him up. I said, "Look, special teams is what's going to win this game." He scored 5 points, a field goal and 2 extra points. That's what won the game.
Hey, they won by 1 point. How important was that?
That was great.
That was the key to the game.
That's why I played. Now, I don't... Harold Carmichael, Hall of Fame. He don't remember nothing he did in high school because he played college football, he played pro ball, and it's been a long time. But I'll never forget what I did. I played with him.
Yeah. Hey, Charles, let's get a look at this picture one more time before we send it back to you guys. Take it away.
That's me right there. That's on the field, in a game. So you know I was special.
Special teams, special players.
Special teams, special players. I love his
plays.
message to everybody. Y'all got to get in there. You got to play hard no matter what. I love that he remembered every single detail.
Every bit of it. I mean, and it has a picture from 1967.
And brought it to the parade.
Hey, look, it's a message to share that, look, I mentioned it a minute ago. Everybody's got to do their 111.
Yes.
And there's 11 on the field every single time. And everybody's got to do their part, even the mascot. And the mascot works hard during the game.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, like we were mentioning earlier with the band and the cheerleaders, the mascot, as we see here, who knows who's under there. And I'm glad it's not a hot day because that can be a miserable space. But today it's an amazing space. And that was so cool. I mean, it does show you forever this school has had the community behind them.
Yeah.
You know, once you graduate, Raines is always in your heart. This community loves the school. They support the school, and they will remember this, like you said, forever.
They definitely will. And I'll give a shout out to that Raines Vikings mascot. Whoever is in the costume works hard on game days, all over the field, absolutely up and down, getting everybody hype. Definitely a lot of work goes into that. And we don't show the mascot enough love. I don't know who's under the mask, but definitely a shout out to them because of a lot of hard work every Friday as well for them. I mean, I'm sure that takes a lot of endurance. That is athletic for sure.
Yeah, mascot's no joke. I was once Scooby-Doo as a mascot
As a mascot?
Polk County Fair.
Oh.
And it's really hot under
Learning
that mask.
things. Okay.
It's really hot.
Maybe we can get you into another mascot.
No, I think those days are done.
We can get you a Scampy, maybe?
I think those days are done.
I think we could make that happen.
Look, I would do it one good time. All right. Well, it has been so much fun. You know, we've actually watched the team and the band and the cheerleaders and a lot of the folks make their way here to Raines.
Yep.
So it's about to be on and popping.
Yeah, you can really see the people filling in behind us now. I mean, it was kind of empty before, and now they're all here as they've kind of made it finally to this end location. The cookout's about to start. The football team is here. The music is cranking up, and everybody's about to start eating. So it has been a fantastic day getting a chance to celebrate this fantastic accomplishment for these young men, for this community, for this football team, for this school.
Jamal, thank you. It was my pleasure, working with you today. I know
this has been fun. We should do this again.
Maybe we will. Maybe next year, right?
Maybe next
year. We'll be right back here celebrating Reigns and another state championship back to back. We will see. If you're watching and you're nearby, come on by. Give this team some love. Give this community some love because they are going to be out here partying all day. The Saturday before Christmas, one of the busiest times.
That's
and
right.
For people to come together like this is something special. And this is, can we give it a good Duval?
I think we can give it a good Duval.
All right. We thank you all so much for watching. We hope this was as special for you as it was for us to be a part of this big celebration for Reigns.
Yeah, this has been absolutely fantastic. Thank you for everybody at home that's hung around. And congratulations one last time to the Reigns Vikings football team for bringing home a state championship.
Ichiban!